Yo, what's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine. Okay, so they released Swamp Thing on the DC app, and they have 3 episodes out so far. I'm going to review those and talk in detail what I feel about the show. But before I do that, I have an intro. All right, I'm back. So, the DC app is releasing like new shows. So far, this is the 3rd show on the app, or streaming service, I guess you would call it. And they got not Young Justice. They done Teen Titans, Doom Patrol, and now Swamp Thing. They was talking about doing this for a while. Now, if anybody remember, it was an old 80s Swamp Thing movie that I was a fan of. Actually, it was a sequel too, and that was entertaining. I went back and watched a couple scenes. I was like, oh boy, this is kind of cheap, but it is what it is. Anybody don't know who Swamp Thing is? It's a DC character. It was a scientist, I believe. His name was Alec Holland. He got sucked to the swamp and became like a part swamp, moss and green shit. Like he just kind of like got messed up. So anyway, so DC decided to make a show about it, and I'm like, I started watching the first episode, and from the first episode, it grabbed me. It was because it's real. I don't want to just say gory, but it's really adult, and it's a little. They don't shy away from violence. So, when I say violence, I don't mean just senseless violence. I mean like when it. I guess you could say gore then, because like when it first start off, things happen, and people get hurt. I guess people get hurt, and they show it, but see, it's still it's a little dark because it's in the swamp. Most of these scenes take place at night in the swamp, so I think they can kind of get away with doing more things without saying this is straight rated R, and I'm going to impale someone, but they would do it. It's so dark that you see it, but it's more tasteful, I guess you would say. But okay, so first episode we introduced to Alec Holland, and it's not just about him, but he's in this. They in Louisiana, and he come down there to find out about this virus that's going on. All right, so we don't know what's going on with that, and I'm not going to give away what's all that, but somehow the little girl, as you see on the trailer right here, the little girl gets sick, and then she has some kind of virus, and then that virus kind of spreads to other people that get in contact with her. So they was like, where does this come from? We don't even know what this is. And so they was like, well, it looked like it come from, the swamp or whatever. So they go in to investigate her father that works at the swamp or whatever. But when they find the father, he's already been taken over with these vines and all this stuff, and they like, what the hell? So, and I think that's coming up in this little preview right here, where something happened. So right there, yeah. So when you see that, that's kind of a horrific. That's kind of a horrific sight, just seeing some vines coming out the dude's mouth and stuff. So this is kind of like bring on where Alec Holland is trying to find out where is this virus coming from, what's starting all this, and people getting sick in this town. That's kind of like where the story starts from, which is a good lunch part, a lunch pad for the story. So, and as you know, it's always some evil businessman. So that's this part, which it was kind of cliche what the motives is, but it was well acted. But I was saying like the protagonists of the stories are being a little stupid and naive when they start to discover things. They are just carelessly investigating without thinking of consequences and blowback of what they doing. And what I say to it is, when you find a case full of money and drugs, I'm just using this for example, you find a case full of money and drugs, somebody's gonna come looking for that. You can't just say, oh, well, let me take this and walk away. And you know what I'm saying? When you are discovering things, a conspiracy or whatever, somebody's gonna want to stop you from investigating. And so that's where it comes, where the Swamp Thing come into play, where, you know, it's kind of cliche. This nice guy is investigating this, and he got caught up in an evil guy's conspiracy, cover up or wherever, and you know, and that's how that's how he got involved in this or whatever. So that part was cliched, but it was still well acted. The guy who plays Swamp Thing, now it's not the actor who plays the human form. It's not the guy who's going to be in the makeup. The guy who's being in the makeup is a lot bigger. He's played more alien characters or whatever. Crap, I forgot his name. It's Andy somebody. That's the name of the he's in the show Powers. That's the name of the actor who's playing Alec Holland. But the guy who's playing Swamp Thing, I forget his name, but it's a different guy. So this is where it brings your Swamp Thing character. The thing is, I always wondered, does he just turn into the Swamp Thing and then he still got his same mind? He just like, damn, I got swamp powers, but I'm still the same person. And not exactly. The way the Swamp Thing kind of work is he has some memory of himself, and he's basically kind of like okay, so once he becomes Swamp Thing, he's more like acting on instinct when he's doing stuff, and he don't know why, and he's not too sure he don't have a straight memory of who he is, but he just know that he's protecting the swamp, I believe. And they got some cliche bad guys, some real scummy scumbag bad guys that it's like, okay, there's one character that he's you know the whole cliche, well, let's do a crime. We just heard when somebody happened to come upon a crime, they always while somebody's committing a crime, if somebody is witnessing it and they don't know they're there, they always somehow seem to make a noise. And so they did that cliche where the guy's got to he's got to silence the person because they saw too much. It was just funny because it was just a little girl, and the guy's like, I'm like, what kind of, when somebody told me about that scene, I was like, well, okay, who's gonna kill a little kid? When you see this scumbag, this is probably the dude that would do that. Like, this dude went to scumbag college. He's so scummy. So they got some good characters that looks the part, but it's a very grimy kind of look. This whole show is just so grimy. I would not want to live there. It just, everything looks so dirty, and it's a swamp, But I really like the characters. I like all the actors. Some of them I've seen, some of them I haven't seen. Haven't seen anything bad. Now the special effects, it's actually real good. It look all practical. All the special effects looks practical. They excuse me. I guess they fill him in a real swamp or something like that. I forget. Now, as you know, the show's been canceled. That's always been out. The show's been canceled not because it's not good. It's been canceled because it's something going on with the permits and the shooting location where they have to lose half of their budget, and so they just said, hey, we're not going to spend that much on a shooting permit. We're just going to cancel. Now, I don't see why they can't just move locations of the show, but I'm guessing that's probably will cost them quite a bit too. So depending on how good this show does, they might continue with it. Now, I was hearing that it could possibly be picked up from another network. So because it's getting real good reception. A lot of people saying they like it, they want to see more, and it'd be a shame if they just canceled it, But I believe they got 10 episodes and they're gonna air all 10. Now, so far it's up to 3. So like I said, like what's going on now is just they trying to stop this virus. He become the Swamp Thing, and now he's trying to figure out what's going on and who he is and things like that. And the show is moving on. It's not moving at a fast pace, but that's a good thing, because that's why it's hard to watch a movie about something that's they have decades of build up, because a movie is get through it too quick. So we're in 3 episodes and we're getting character development and some backstory slowly, which is cool. I really like that. So so yeah, it's like I said, it's not a bad show. I really like it. I can't wait to see what's gonna go on with it. I'm seeing him as Swamp Thing a little more, which it's actually it's a real good look. I really like seeing a guy in a suit opposed to CGI, because I'm tired of CGI. It just don't look right no more. I'm really into. I really would like to see more practical than CGI. It's all practical look like, man. I barely see any CGI. Like some of it, like doing the Vines movie, that's probably a little CGI, but that's fine, But other than that, it's a good show. I'm going to continue to watch it. I will be trying to review. I will be reviewing the next 3 episodes, and then I'm gonna give an overall review once it's done. But as of right now, that's my review discussion on Swamp Thing 1 through 3. Thanks for checking out the video. Subscribe to the channel. Trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. So please subscribe to the channel. And I'm out of here. Peace.